All right, here we go again. Buckle up. So here's an example when they isolate you. There's nobody. It's a torture routine. They know what they're doing. I can't. I hang out with somebody, they'll drive them crazy or pay them or both. Mhm. So you don't even know. Like you can't ask somebody something, and I didn't even ask her. And the Lord blessed. And the Lord can do this if they wouldn't be directly cursing me. So I'm talking to my neighbor, and I was talking about the cicadas, but I wasn't talking about how loud they are. And she goes, "They sure are loud." And what's one of the questions I had? I hear them loud, but is it my hearing? Is my hearing okay? Is my hearing aid okay? And she answered the question, and that's how the Lord really blesses everybody in their life generally. So they reroute you, not only isolating you, that your questions don't get answered. So again, they're in a lot of trouble. I got to heal this boy and his family. They're from probably Indiana. They're first walking while Indian or Pakistani. Okay, I got to get somewhere here. Yeah, I got to get walking too. So a little bit during the day. So I have to just focus on getting out a little bit. Healed. Now, I and a woman would have had a great life together. We really would have. Right. Again, you see, this church is ready to do what every other church did to me. Right. Every other cop, police department. Right. Corrupt. Now they go to hell, man. I mean, it's a sure thing. They're playing their game out, and that game is one that cannot be repented for. You can actually kill someone and have repentance physically, shoot somebody, just lose your mind, shoot somebody. You all are premeditated beastie boys and beastie girls. Succubies and incubes. Well, that's such a disrespectful term. Suck you be. Yeah, I don't know. I think Hashem set that up for me like centuries ago. Look, Morgan's going to use it against that woman in the LDS church. Can you imagine doing that in the LDS church? What the penalties in hell are like? Oh, that's horrible. I mean, she's forever in hell, man. I mean, maybe a million years, but a million years is just as bad as forever almost. It's funny because the LDS go, well, so few people are going to hell. Well, I'm not too sure anymore since I've been at your church, sir. So we won't talk about. Yeah, we won't talk about it, huh? Well, Larry will talk about it. Larry never shuts up. Some say I'm Yeshua's voice or mouth. That's it, mouth. And the scriptures talks about Jesus's mouth. That's his real name's Yeshua. Some Roman emperor came up with the name Jesus. Actually, they came up with Lezus first. Like Zeus, the god Zeus, and Le being law, Lezus. So what was happening? I was reading about Emiliana Zapata, and I saw Le to mean law, but it means people. I guess in Hispanic or something. I think it means people. I think that's what it is. I have to look, make sure. So they said they passed this law where you can look at your phone when you come to an intersection, but like I thought that was always true. Yes, now they passed that law in Overland Park. Hmm. So I have to look it up. I think it's of the people. I don't think it's of the law. But no, there's a writing about Emilio Zapata and his thing, and it has a Spanish name. I think it means people, like Pueblo. Actually, Pueblo is people, so I don't have to look. Maybe it is law. But essentially, Lezus means Zeus of the law. And some people go, well, that makes sense, you know. No, Christians, you don't exist. Your religion doesn't exist. He's a Jewish rabbi. He drank every Friday through Saturday night. Friday night to Saturday night, he drank wine. That's why he turned the water. He's so bad, he turns water into wine. Hey, Popo! Popo got a call somewhere, probably. I don't know if I'm gonna go on the main highway to get. I might miss that exit. I don't know if they still work. I mean, I've never seen people. I mean, I'm sure somebody's getting kickbacks on all this work. Mr. Hogg, Harley owner group in front of me. Thank you, Larry. But it's all fake. I actually could have explained to you all what Christianity is supposed to be. I mean, from one end to the other, just about. Again, there's a lot of missing stuff. I don't buy into it that there were no manuscripts by Jesus, as you all call him. They say he was just illiterate. I don't find that. I mean, it's possible, but why would they call him rabbi if he was illiterate? Now, Akiva was illiterate, I guess, so it's possible. Right. But I think he did. No, when he became big, he learned how to read and write. Well, I'm saying it just sounds too weird that he was illiterate, like Jesus was illiterate. That's what they're trying to say. I mean, he read the Torah as far as we know. Right. Oh, this is closed. Maybe it is closed. I did get a good blip or a bad blip. Let me see. Oh no, it's still. Yeah, there it is. Just exit at the last second. Well, the Lord tried to fix things, but he can't. So, at a certain point, me, Ma, you got to end it. Got to say, that's it. Pull up stakes, get off the planet. You see, God's different than we are. And I try to explain that to you. I wish I could have had a real life so I could explain what God was like and what the reality of God is. Again, I've explained some things to God. And again, it doesn't make a whole to God, but God does advise because he created me for advice. He showed me that. I'm God's, but see, I didn't have to be here and come on at this point. I don't know if you understand that. Like, this wasn't a preordained life for me. I could have just went through life and never came on as God's advisor. But he said I was built this way. Now you may have been too, but don't ding me because you don't see yourself, or maybe you're not. I don't know. Right. No, God essentially says I'm a special advisor to him, and I was built for this purpose. Kind of the way I help your governments. Well, he did this thing. God did a vision. I think it was even back when I was in Naples. He did a vision where God's like, he shows himself as a form. I mean, I don't even know if it had a face. You just know, okay, this is God in this vision. I'm not even sure where this other store is, but I'm gonna try going this way. So he he's like there, and then there's this thing to the upper right of him. Like a little, like the person doing sign language or something is in a little window, like a picture in a picture. So I'm like in a picture up above him off to the right. And I'm his advisor. This isn't working. This is not working. Just keep right. Get it in over here. Oh, I've got to get this turned around. Now this person's cursing me right now, and I can't get my vehicle situated right. I'm going to see who this is and what the license plate is. That isn't one of them. That could be she has ACT on her license plate, right? But probably not. But she looks like a whore bag. Lays on a horn like right away. Satan thinks it's funny because I don't beep at people. Satan gets people to beep at me. Again, you go to hell for that, you know. Well, if you listen to Satan, here it is. Try to turn around, but like once she struck, I couldn't get my car in gear and all that, so she projected, right, or in the right gear. All right, so now I'm over here. Okay, I'm in the right spot. I did get to the right spot. I didn't see the right way initially, but see, that's a setup. She effed me off. There's no doubt. Right. Well, you go to hell for effing somebody else, just because they're trying to maneuver on the road. She kind of held off after she did the initial beep. She didn't really do much, so I guess maybe she got zapped in the head. Right. She probably saw the blue line on the side, the blue line flag. Right. That tends to change there. I got to turn back in this other Taurus. It's too small. He said he didn't have any of the other ones packaged like that he knows about. But I bought a 70 because the 60, because I had when it was too small last night. I'm like, well, I'll just buy a 70 and see what size it is. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't even close. So the 70 doesn't look too big. They made me think it was going to be like dragging around my ankles. I'm a wide person. My shoulders are wide and all that. So it takes up some of the space. But it's nice to have a traditional tallet. Tallis, should I say. I don't want to say Tallet. I want to change it back to Tallis like it was in Beth Jacob. That's how I was reading Tallet. What's a Tallet? It's something you crap in, right? But it's weird. Just to show you I am a seer. I knew they changed it from Tallet to Tallis because they would, it was too close to toilet. And they would hear toilet in their head. But I didn't know for sure anything until I did the further research and figured out it was Ashkenaz because it said it was changed by the Ashkenazi. I'm like, okay, they were in Europe. I said, does it toilet in Europe? And I hadn't remembered, but yeah, it's toilet in Europe, especially in Germany. A lot of them, Yiddish. One of the first. That's weird because one of the first places I imagine we landed was Germany because of Yiddish. Right. So I have to go back in history and see how it may have been in Germany, like a long time ago, like after maybe we left Persia and all that. Stay